We are here at WonderCon. There was just the Teen Titans Go panel. This episode's different because it's all puppets. How did that idea come about?
Truthfully, our boss, he's like, I want puppets for my office. So he was looking for a place to put it in the budget, he said. He's like, let's do an episode about these puppets because they're so awesome. And he was right, so we
But this is one of those things where it's like, it's not like a terrible idea, and we're like, oh man.
So what you're telling me is that your boss has terrible ideas, but this just wasn't one of them.
This was one of his less terrible ideas.
So let's talk about the puppets. How long did it take to make them, and what's the process?
Oh, that took like several months. It was a lot of kind of back and forth, and it's like, you know, you contract it out. Like, we're not puppet makers. So we hire a puppet guy to make the puppets, and they're based on the character designs from the show, but it's flat, but it's dimensional enough for him to make, you know, a 3D thing of, and then he comes back to us. And there was a moment where all the heads came back and they were just gray, and it was like, it was creepy, but it was cool at the same, like, I mean, the jaws weren't on yet, and it was just a prototype to see, like, is everything basically there. There's all kinds of, like, puppet tricks, man, it's crazy. They put little magnets in their hands so they can hold things. There's a whole science to it.
Well, and there's like a really fine line between a puppet being awesome or a puppet being super creepy. So I'm glad you said when they showed up gray, you're like, these are kind of scary.
Oh, they were super creepy.
Exactly.
I
mean,
think
that's
they
part of
turned
why
out
you
really
do it, because there's a creepy aspect that, you know, that
they're like, the eyes are always dead. They can't move their eyes.
that creepy walk they do, you know.
They just bounce everywhere. And we were told.
Originally, we were supposed to do 11 minutes of puppets.
Yes, it was going to be all
And
puppets.
then we realized these guys are a little too creepy for 11 minutes. So it's like,
Are there any characters that are in puppet form that you're most excited for everybody to see?
it's not a puppet, but this guy over here. Am I allowed to say it's this guy?
shouldn't be saying that, but
okay.
Yeah.
He dresses up in a pink suit. Is this correct?
Yes.
And he has a giant. Silky is the pet of Starfire in the show, and he wears this.
It's this giant mascot head, and I have a whole new respect for walk-around mascots, like theme park mascots. They're incredibly heavy and really sweaty. I'm just drenched. I can't breathe.
The reason that we did that, actually, is because he had such a horrible disrespect for mascots.
I like to go to Knott's Berry Farm. I like to yell at them. I like to stick things to their backs.
Yeah.
And these guys are like, you got to knock that off. I'm like, why? Who cares about you know? And then
So
now I
we
understand.
decided to teach him a lesson.
And now whenever he writes a bad joke, you guys are like, oh, you're going back into the mascot suit.
I don't write
It's
bad
happening.
jokes.
Yeah.
They're all hilarious.
How do you guys walk the line with a character like Cyborg, who generally is much more serious, but you guys make him really funny?
The beautiful thing is that Cyborg was my first voiceover audition, so I didn't veer too far away from me, you know?
Yeah.
So when I'm having fun and having a good time, you know, I'm loud and boisterous. And when I'm mad and angry, I'm loud and boisterous, you know? So I'm very much Cyborg. So, you know, it's not like it doesn't stop being me, really.
What do we need to know going into this season finale episode?
So at this point, you know that the other Teen Titans generally do not listen to Robin, even though he's the leader. And this episode deals with him going to very extreme lengths to get them to follow his commands. Boom. Nailed it.
It was very
Nailed it.
concise.
That was.
You just got a taste of DC All Access, but we are not stopping there.
Subscribe right now for more exclusives, giveaways, and updates from deep inside DC headquarters.